One more handle to attach right here. I've got, obviously all of this is going to go away, and you can see that the handle is going to attach right about there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off more or less how I want it to, the size I want it to be, even though I know I'm going to end up adjusting that shape there. The handle's still real wet, and so I can bring it around a little bit more and try to match the curve that I've got there. Because it's soft, I can shape this piece to match the curve of the pot just using my hand. When it's a little bit drier, you sometimes do that shaping. With a knife itself. And then I'm going to try to adjust this shape just a little bit so that it more closely matches what I want that to be. And I'm going to recut this bottom curve so it more closely matches the curve of my pot. It looks like my bottom cut as well needs a little adjustment. There we go. So that it's going to line up right about there. Now I'm going to add just a little bit of slip water on here so that I can mark where I want this to attach before I even get around to scoring and slipping. Okay, like that. And then pull that off of there. It's wanting to stick, but that's not enough of an attachment to keep it solid through the drying stages. My pot, or my cup, is leather hard. I can't squish it, but it's not started to change color yet. My handle's obviously a little bit wetter than that, and so I need that scoring and slipping to keep the two together as they dry. So I'll add some slip to my leather hard mug here in both spots, and then I will add my handle, trying to keep it lined up, trying to keep maintain the shape that I had originally there. And then I'm going to get up here to the top and try to squish it into place with my hand. And then I'm going to get down below, try to make sure that it's lined up evenly, and try to get this lined up here. Now, pulling handles, this is a pulled handle here. It's hard to keep it exactly perfect thickness from side to side, and you can see I've got a little bit more thickness on this side than this side, just as a factor of the drying process. That's fine. That's pretty normal. You see that on most handmade stuff. When the handle is pulled. If that really bothers you, obviously you can practice and get better at having it more even. You can also use other ways like extruding a handle instead of pulling a handle. But you'll notice it on a lot of pots, and it'll actually cause a pot to be more of a left-handed or more of a right-handed pot because of that thickness change. When I hold this as a righty, this edge here is thicker than it is here, and that makes it more comfortable to hold. If I were to hold this as a lefty, the angle is just a little off and it might feel a little bit less comfortable. You'll notice that people sometimes advertise making specifically right-handed or specifically, well, more often specifically left-handed pots because of that thickness change or that angle change. Alright, so I've done all I can to get this, or all I'm going to do to get this smoothed, and now I'm going to allow this to dry under plastic or in the damp cabinet for a day or two, for me for the weekend, till I come back.